Hi everyone and welcome to today's class. Wow, the month of October with the eclipses is behind us, but the energies, yes. So the guide said that you may be in need for a break. You can either be exhausted of everything that's happening, trying to digest it and trying to just cope with all this stuff physically, emotionally, or you may feel inspired and like ready to go. So actually, a need for a break there is a question mark behind that, but it's all about how we now can process these energies and to notice and take the time when you notice that you need to stop and to just breathe and be. Yeah, so just make sure, even if you are on the inspired side, that you take it a little slower and so that you notice when you need to stop and then you follow this, because yes, it's very intense presently. I'm repeating myself. Okay, so let's see what we can do with our body. And just shortly, I've got the workout gear here in which I feel just fantastic and amazing. And it's not sponsored, but just if you're looking for something that feels good, this is what I will link below. Okay, so sit bones together and just think like a big fountain through the crown of the head, ongoing. Nose, sternum, navel, pubic bone in line. Your little toes in line with your hips or muscle line. Little fingers in line with your shoulders. Ribs together. Navel towards your spine, and make sure that your knees and elbows are relaxed. So you're good to go, and we'll start with the reaffirmation of the upper arms, working our way around these arms. Lengthening, so your arms are hanging loosely by your sides, palms to the front, your shoulder blades are parallel, so your arms are, well, more or less here in line. So little fingers towards your spine, little fingers towards your thumbs. Okay, so here we go. Lengthening everything. And just relax. Good. Okay, one more time. Little fingers towards your thumbs. Lengthening everything. Ribs together. And releasing. Okay, so this is this part. Now here comes the rest. Palms to the back and thumbs towards the little fingers, ribs together, lengthening. If you are a little unhappy with your arms, your upper arms, those two exercises, and just do them 5 times a day, 1 minute, makes an enormous difference. Ribs together, this is why we keep doing it, lengthening, because the guides know that we also want to be healthy, we want to be happy, and sometimes we also need to feel that we look good. Not only feel good, but also see that, yes, this is okay. It's not like the skin is flattering around. Yeah, I know. So lengthening, and if you really lengthen, you may get to the point where you can lengthen underneath your hip bones. Okay, so at the end of the mat with the same muscle coordination, the first 3 exercises are set. The rest is what the guides spontaneously tell me to do. Okay, so I have no idea what we're doing. Okay, so you can of course bend your knees at any time. You can put some yoga blocks or books underneath here so you reach the floor, and you're also not expected to have a straight back. We're working on this, that's what we do. So, navel towards the spine and lengthen sit bones head, and again, navel towards your spine and sit bones head. lengthening. One more time, navel towards your spine, and lengthening, and releasing. Okay, just let the blood flow back. Take a moment to breathe before we repeat this with a little variation to release excess energy and tension, which is excess energy, in our upper back and neck region. So you can be here, yeah, that's fine. Okay, now breathing in, out breath, and I just look to my middle finger, describing the biggest possible circle, no pushing of the arm, it's lengthening the spine and turning the spine. Lengthen, and other side, lengthening, middle finger, lengthening, and coming back, navel towards the spine, lengthen, lengthen, lengthen. Okay, and again, lengthening, lengthening, keep lengthening, and visualize the circle lowering as bigger than the other one. Okay, so lengthening here, up, and lengthening to go down, lengthening, lengthening, and releasing. Just breathing. Okay, good. Now the next exercise may look like a challenge if you're new here, but you can do it. And it's so rewarding because it helps our lower back and hips. And the guide said we need to make this a set exercise at the moment because we need to stand up for ourselves. So we need a lot of stability in our center and in our body to be able to do this. So, what can we say? Here we go. Okay. So make sure that your heel is on the floor. You've got your hips parallel to the floor and center line, and then two parallel lines. Very important. Now, bending the leg. You can bend the other one as well. You can have your yoga blocks or books, and you're not expected to have a straight back. It is what we're working on, because we're working on our back. We're not working on doing splits in the air, right? Just to make sure. Okay, so now lengthening, and you visualize energy through your knees, through your head, most important thing anyway. And for as long as you notice that your visualization makes a difference, you keep visualizing the energy, and this is how your muscles work, especially from here. If you notice it doesn't make any more difference, change legs. Okay, so it can, on one leg, it can take longer than on the other one, but that's not wrong, okay? It's all about the visualization. And then see, okay, does the energy move? Does it move? And as long as it moves, let it go. Or you let it feel it moving. It always moves, of course. Even if we feel like we're stuck energy. Okay, breathing in, out breath, and this time we're trying to lengthen a bit more, which helps, but it's not about, I'm repeating myself, doing splits in the air, it's about the length. Feel the length. Make sure that your hips stay parallel. They want to open, I know. And that your elbows are closed and not opening. Yeah, very important. Okay. Wow. If you feel like that, it's your nervous system responding. Yeah? The one that's independent. Yeah, I don't know how the exact English term is. Let me know, I'll be delighted to know. And lengthen. But this feeling of relief is what, how it talks to us. Let's put it this way. Yes, oh wow. that was something like that, yeah. So if you feel you find more space in your body. That's it. That's what we're looking for. Because you know, if you find some space within you, that will open a new space in the outside. Interesting, always. Okay. Wow. Oof. Okay, other side. Just feel your way to the right position. Okay? Lengthen. Wow. Yeah, I just have to release something from my energy field. If you need to do that a little bit smoother, I'll be with you in a minute. Yes, which is like this. That's the smoother version. And also, maybe you just want to check in with your body, so just lengthen or shake, like shake your legs, three-dimensional with your arms. Very popular in Chinese medicine, or with Chinese medicine. Really shake your energy field. Loosen everything up. Okay, so very interested what is coming next. Okay, so we're asked to go on the side and do sideways push-ups. Okay, so the shoulders in line with the hips and the heels. I just flex my feet, and now I'm grabbing my upper shoulder blade. I place my hand here to make sure the elbow is closed and nothing like this. Now, you can put something underneath here. I've got left my towel over there, but that's the idea. And then it's not about lifting, it's about sit bones head lengthening, and that's actually already the success of the exercise. So if you can now then do the part of the circle which lifts you up and lengthen, even bigger circle to go down, that's not the success. It's about the length. And if your legs come up, you can sink them diagonally down, okay? So now slowly lengthening from the center and down. Go slowly. That's what I've noticed in the videos these days, that we're going slower. We're guided to go slower, to pay more attention to more detail. And lengthening. I do one more, so that makes 5 altogether. Make sure you're fine here, not tensing. Really try to focus on coming from below. Lengthening. Yeah, okay. Now, lengthening the arm, other arm, and I'm lengthening the entire body. Make sure this is tensing the wrist, that the energy comes out through your fingers. Okay, and just give your head a rest like this as well. Okay, and for the next exercise, you can stay in this position if you like, and do it here or here. Okay, so we open the legs and we do a little reaffirmation of the upper thighs. Just make sure that your wrists are relaxed if you are in this position. Otherwise, just be here. Okay, so it's, you think hips, legs open, hip wide, or as wide as your muscles are. Think long, don't think together. Think lengthening the entire body as we did before. That's why we did it. And then just relax. And you don't have to do too many, you can always stop and start again if you like. Okay, so next exercise, same start here, legs opened, and now we just walk in the air. And you can again choose whether you want to be here or here. Okay, so both is possible. Lengthen, lengthen, energy through the head. I'm just checking out because there's a tension here, and I'm trying to figure out how I can lead that energy out. Yeah, that's what you do. If you have tension somewhere, you try to move the energy by visualizing it, not by pushing it. That will create more tension. Okay, so let's see if we can go up. Now, biggest possible circle, lengthening and lengthening. Yes. This is just to find out whether the muscle coordination can manage. Yes. If it can't yet, have fun with it, laugh about it. At some point, it will anyway. So it's just a question of time and just go. Go with that. Okay, now, again, the shoulders in line with the hips or heels. Now I'm embracing my upper shoulder blade, placing my hand here. And again, not about coming up, it's about sit bones head lengthening, sink your legs down so they don't come up, and then go biggest possible circle. And as you can see, this is my stronger side. Lengthening. So it's a lot easier here. And it's very important to not go with the temptation to do it fast, but to think, okay, how can I slow it down and make sure that I describe an even bigger possible circle, visualized. Yeah, and then of course, as we know, the following movement is always bigger than the one before. So the circle downwards is bigger, visualized, than the one upwards. And lengthening. Okay, so that makes 5. Now lengthening the entire body. Lengthen. I always like to do that twice, or anything twice, because at the beginning I feel what it feels like, and then with the second one I try to find that feeling and to visualize lengthening a bit more, if that makes sense. Okay, now lengthening, hip wide or here, and reaffirmation of the upper thighs, lengthening. Lengthening your entire body, and lengthen. Let the energy come through your head, and lengthen. Lengthen. It's just the priority is always lengthening, yes, and then the rest is coming. By lengthening, you already reaffirm so much, yeah, because the axis energy is just let out. Okay, so lengthen and turn. Lengthening, lengthening, lengthening. Now I'm just walking in the air. And release. Okay. Good. And you either just get up, or if you like to find out if it works, describe the biggest possible circle here and go. Really try to go from here. Okay. Just relax. I again need to do my thumb rolling. Okay, so what are we having next? Wow, okay. On the tummy, we're working from the center, obviously, lengthening, and if you have stored energy here, that really helps to get it out. Okay, so you close your legs, one hand on top of the other, forehead resting on your hands, breathing in through your nose, navel in, and just slightly lift your arms and head as they are. Now stretch out your arms parallel to the floor, very low over the floor. Little fingers in line with your shoulders, and describe the biggest possible circle. Make sure to think of your fountain, so the energy is coming out of your head and you're lengthening behind your neck. Breathing in here and lengthening, and now I'm reversing the circle even longer, really feeling energy out of the toes, fingers and head. So I really feel a stretch behind my neck also. Breathing in, navel in, never push with your belly against the floor, yeah, that's wrong and bad for your back. Lengthening, same way, I'm starting exactly the same way with my arms until I'm parallel to my body with my little fingers. Breathing in, on the out breath, lengthening everything, also the legs which come up now, upper thighs not, but the rest. And now coming back, lengthening, really lengthening, and release. Everything, legs, arms, head. Initial position. Now breathe in from here. Now push with your elbows against the floor, slightly lift your head and think energy out of your head. This is a release of energy. Make sure that you really find the balance between how much energy you need to use in your elbows and in your head. So your shoulders do not come up. Yeah? If you have too much energy coming out of your head, shoulders go up. Okay, so find what you need to discharge. Breathing in, navel in. Now again, push with your elbows against the floor. Lengthen from your head, which is slightly in the air above your hands. And release. Okay, this is one of them. There are different ones with your arms here and here. You can all try that out if you like. Okay, I'm not doing it now because I need to do something different. But just do that, and then always via your elbows and via your fountain, and then you get to anywhere here. Okay. Feel your body and it will tell you. Okay, now initial position again, breathing in, navel towards your spine. Now lift your arms and head and lengthen your arms parallel to your body. Lengthen your legs which come up, open them hip wide and just lengthen. And now from here, slightly lift your right arm and left leg, left arm, right leg, slightly, just very slightly, because the idea is to lengthen, not to lift, and make sure the energy is flowing through the fingers and toes and head, and your navel stays in and release. Okay. If you find that too hard, it's just starting, you can of course be on the floor for the next repetition, and then just from the floor do the diagonal lengthening, yeah? But if you're okay, breathing in, navel in, again, lengthening everything up in the air, and repeating it in the air, slightly above the floor, that's all it is, and it's about the lengthening, lots of energy through your head, obviously, to not have your shoulders too involved. They will be a little bit, that's normal, okay? Lengthen, and release. Okay. Breathing in, and again lengthening, and slightly lower and lengthening. So we're now lengthening all fours, and it's just slightly letting go, and then again lengthening. So I'm not lifting, I'm actually lengthening, and through that it does lift up and release. Okay, place your hands underneath the shoulders, elbows close to you. Now lengthening, and navel in, and coming back. And just relaxing your back. Well done. And just let the blood flow back. Good. Okay, we'll just see. Okay, some rolling here. This is just so good. And my body loves this position, all its variations. Okay, good. So if you have a position that your body loves, use it. It's really important. You notice how much you benefit. Okay, so from here, what are we stretching out? Okay. Okay. So, little fingers in line with your shoulders, and you've got your legs here. And then we do the biggest possible circle. We're now doing the rolling up, rolling down, rolling over, and legs opening at the end. But I will first show you I don't want to say beginner's version yet, but we all have to start somewhere. So, sit bones and head lengthening here. And then if you need a little help behind your neck, you're fine. You can do it here, yes? And then grab your thighs. You can have your legs as bent as you need to, and think as long as you can while, of course, the muscles need to contract because it's, yes, an abs exercise here. Close, elbows close, to make sure you're not coming up with your shoulders, but here, to where you can, sit bones head, one line, and just relaxing here. Now, coming up to that one line here, if you're not yet one line, you visualize it and you get there. And then from here, making space between the pubic bone and navel to go down, slowly go down, and then coming up with your legs, lengthening. Don't worry, you don't need to be able to stretch, sit bones heels, that's what you think, and then whatever it is what your body does, right? Make out of this. Okay, now then, if you can, you go over, but if you can't, you think of lengthening here and lengthening here. If going back is any inconvenience or any worry or, you don't feel comfortable, don't do it. If you do feel comfortable, yes, go for it. And of course, your weight is here, yes? Wherever you go, we're just here and we're coming back. If you stay here, we're going to take you with us now from here. It won't take more than a second. And then of course, as always, again, here, lengthening up, coming up, doing it a little faster now, here and up, and then you go again. Yeah, but of course we do it slow to fully lengthen and feel the legs. Okay, so the other version, and anything in between is fine. So you do what you find is appropriate for you. Little fingers in line with your shoulders again. Biggest possible circle. Now just checking if the line is correct. Breathing in. Sit bones head. Lowering the arms. And I'm lowering the legs, and I'm trying to go as long as I can, lengthening, coming up, slowly, to always think of making more space in between the vertebrae, all of them, okay, here, and then it's not about going down, it's about going up, and up, and up, as much as you can, lengthening, line, and then relax. Coming up and lowering again as long as possible, and then bending your legs up and backwards, lengthening the arms and legs, not staying here. Now everybody comes with us. I will do two more sets. Lengthen. Now it's just nose towards your knees, whatever that means for you, right? Lengthening as long as you can. Try not to work there, but here, and as long as possible. Lengthen and lengthening. And up. And backwards we go, lengthening, lengthening, and in, up, and backwards, work, the more information you get from your body. And it's interesting, sit bones head, lengthen, because that's obviously what we're guided to do lately, to get more information from our body. Lengthen, 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 and lengthen. Okay. This time I will add a little bit at the end. Please do not be too ambitious. Do what you can, as much as you can, and lengthen. Okay, so from here, lengthening now. Little toe in line with your hip muscle line. And lengthening, lowering, and lengthening. Keep going. Now from the center line, we're going into the line, little toe, hip, or muscle line. And of course, you only go as far as you can. You only do this if everything here is cool. That's no problem, because your weight is totally here in this line. Yeah, very, very important, please. Lengthening. Being too ambitious is creating suffering for your body. Lengthening, and that's what we don't want, because we want to be friends with our body. And lengthening your arms, your head, spine. If your head wants to come up, that's normal. Just try to lengthen, think long, and release. Okay, wow. Bend. Okay. They say we did well, so we're done. Just whatever you need to finish this off. Give yourself a little shake or whatever. So for me, it's to say thank you very much for being here, for subscribing, sharing, liking, commenting, all this. You know, that's what helps to have more people here benefiting from all this. And I have benefited, it has changed my life. So if you want to know more about that, you can listen to my channel intro, which is 6 minutes. And if you want more from the guides, you can have that. There is weekly energy updates on YouTube, Heike Bartet, and there is a daily dose on Instagram at Heike Dance. So whatever we need, mentally, emotionally, physically, we get the support. It's all here for us, because yes, the universe knows that we are living in intense times and that we are needed for this, so we need to look after ourselves. Please do that, and I see you for the next class.